evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us and welcome to our 12th Community Advisory Team meeting for the Long Branch community. This meeting is being recorded tonight and will be posted to our website, purplelinemd.com, along with supporting project materials after this meeting. We ask that you keep your microphones muted and your cameras off during the presentation, and that you please hold all questions until after the presentation at the Q&A portion of tonight's meeting. We also ask that you limit your questions and comments to 1 minute so that we can get as many people answered as possible. And for those that would like a live translation tonight, the Teams format can translate that meeting live, and instructions for how to turn on that translation function, Stephanie Villegas, our community liaison, will explain that now. Stephanie?
Buenas tardes y bienvenidos. La aplicación Teams puede traducir esta reunión en vivo en varios idiomas, incluyendo español, árabe, chino, francés y portugués y muchos más. Las instrucciones para ver las traducciones en vivo están en la sección del chat. Gracias. Back to you, Carla.
Thank you. All right, so with that, we're going to move to our next slide and get started. So tonight we're going to provide a project status, a construction update, community engagement details. We're going to save time for that Q&A that I mentioned to conclude our meeting. Any questions that we are unable to answer during the meeting tonight will be provided in a QA summary that will be posted to the website following the meeting. So tonight you're going to hear from Ray Biggs, our Senior Project Director with MTA, John Undelin, Communications Manager for PLTP, Hugo Fontières, our Project Executive with MTS, and Iago Pernas, our Construction Segment Lead for this area of construction. And if you don't know me already, my name is Carla Julian. I'm our Stakeholder and Communications Manager, and I'll be helping facilitate the meeting tonight. All right, so tonight the stations that we are going to focus on are Manchester Place Station, Long Branch Station, and Piney Branch Station.
Welcome to the latest update on the Purple Line project. This year, we've placed thousands of feet of track, an exciting example of tremendous progress being made by Purple Line crews. 2024 is set to be a year of momentum.
The Purple Line track installation teams will be reaching even more areas. Already, tracks have been placed at the southern end of the project, along Ellen Road and Veterans Parkway, and throughout the University of Maryland. The track at Campus Drive is embedded track, seamlessly integrated into the road surface. The Purple Line boasts 3 main types of tracks: embedded, ballast track, and direct fixation. Each plays a crucial role in our mission to ensure a smooth journey from New Carrollton to Bethesda. Progress is visible along the whole 16-mile alignment. In Bethesda, crews have put the custom-made sprung arch form system to work to cast the first sections of the new cavern ceiling. The cavern will connect the 130-foot deep shaft to Metro's Bethesda station. In Silver Spring, the new Purple Line station is rapidly taking shape. From the installation of utilities to the erection of canopies, progress is evident at every turn. But Silver Spring is just one of the 14 stations underway. Station platforms are also emerging at key locations like Connecticut Avenue, Littonsville, Campus Drive at the University of Maryland, College Park, and Glen Ridge, among others. In December, crews poured an impressive 720 cubic yards of concrete in one day to form the roof of the tunnel extension between Wayne Avenue and the Manchester Place Station. We also finished the concrete, fencing, and paving needed to open the new and improved Talbot Avenue Bridge, which is part of the Capitol Crescent Trail and an important connection for the communities of Woodside and Littonsville. In Prince George's County, the Kenilworth East-West Highway Flyover Bridge, which is made up of over 617 tons of steel, has been installed over this very busy intersection. In Glenridge, the Operations and Maintenance Facility prepares to be the heart of our operations. Here you'll find a variety of specialty track segments. These segments are essential for guiding our light rail vehicles as they navigate through the facility. Inside the OMF, state-of-the-art cranes and meticulously designed workspaces stand ready to handle everything from routine maintenance to major repairs. While we celebrate these achievements, there is still much work ahead.
As you can see, we have more visible tracks, stations taking shape, and complete bridges as a few of the Purple Line's most exciting milestones this year. This time next year, you can expect to see the Purple Line light rail vehicles begin testing on the new test track located in Prince George's County. More exciting news is coming soon, so please follow our social media and subscribe to our newsletter to stay up to date. We are connecting communities through Prince George's and Montgomery counties with Maryland's newest light rail system, the Purple Line. All right, good evening again, everyone, and good to see you again. Construction activities have continued to ramp up over the last 18 months. And as you just saw in the video, active Purple Line construction can be seen along the entire alignment. With all the work moving ahead, we look forward to the anticipated arrival of our light rail vehicles at the new Glenridge Operations and Maintenance Facility later this year. The test track area, which is centered around the Glenridge Operations and Maintenance Facility, is scheduled for completion in the summer of 2024, kicking off a period of intensive local testing, integrated testing, and initial operator training, while construction continues elsewhere along the alignment. By spring of 2026, construction across the alignment will have progressed enough to allow for system-wide testing, full operational training, and the commissioning activities necessary to prove out a safe and ready light rail line. As announced back in March, the Purple Line is scheduled to open for service in winter of 2027. Now, I'll turn it over to Iago Pernas to provide an update on all the exciting construction activities happening in this area. Iago?
Thank you, Ray. Good evening, everyone. My name is Iago Pernas, and I'm the construction segment lead for this area. Much probably, you all saw our crews trenching all over the place for the last months. One of the main activities they are doing is the duct bank, okay? And what is a duct bank, okay? So a duct bank is a structure that houses cables underground, protects cables and contains space for future connection, and houses vital communications and train systems network, okay? It's being installed parallel to the full Purple Line tracks. As you saw in the video, in the last weeks, we have been able to complete the construction of the roof of the future Manchester Place station. And we are also actively working on the retaining walls, the storm drain systems, the elevator shaft construction, and we're going to be starting soon also the installation of the track. This is a photo for the interior of the station. As you see here, we started the installation of the interior elements. We are gonna start the construction of the stairs for the access to the Plymouth Street. At the same time, we are gonna keep working on the station platforms, and we are gonna begin the station systems installation. At the tunnel, we are going to continue. We have been working on installing the wall anchors for the OCS foundations, the overhead catenary system, and we are gonna start the installation of the new tunnel and station utilities. Okay, the plan is to complete the track in this area and start the ventilation system in the coming weeks here. Tunnel is obviously about to be completed anytime soon. Here we can see the intersection between Arliss Street and Piney Branch Road. This is an area where we have been actively working for the last months and weeks. We have been able to complete the OCS foundations. We also pave the upper Arliss Street. We fully complete the storm drain between Garland Avenue and Piney Branch Road. We completed the installation of the new light pole foundations. We started the construction of the ductbank between Garland and Piney Branch Road. And here we also started and completed the cure section in the intersection between Piney Branch and Arliss Street. Okay, basically the gray area you can see in the picture. In the coming weeks, we are planning to complete all the curb and sidewalk through Piney Branch, and we are gonna be also completing the works in Arliss Street. At the same time, we are gonna start installing the new sun filters next to the Arliss Street. We also began the installation of the station foundations and the retaining walls for the future Long Branch station. We are gonna keep crews working actively in this station, and as soon as the civil works are almost completed, we are gonna start also with the systems installation. In Piney Branch, we also completed all the new storm drain system. We have been working hard on pouring all the curb and all the sidewalk. We have been able also to install the two new sun filters in the area, one in front of the Flower Apartments, the other one in the new access to the recreation center. And very important, we completed the installation of 3 new traffic signals. The first one at the intersection between Arliss Street and Piney Branch. The second one at the intersection between Piney Branch and Garland. This is a brand new intersection. And the third one, Piney Branch and Barron Street. We are also working on the new traffic signal in the intersection between Piney Branch and University Boulevard. At the same time, we have been working on the new configuration for the Long Branch Community Center driveway, and we are also starting with the track installation in the whole area. The most important upcoming work we have here is about completing all the OCS foundations, completing the ductbank installation, all the drainage connections between the roadway and the track, complete the track in the whole section you can see in the screen, and complete and reopen the Long Branch Community Center driveway. Talking about the new permanent configuration, important to say that no left turns will be permitted on westbound Piney Branch Road between University Boulevard and Arliss Street. In the coming weeks, we are going to have a major traffic switch in the area, specifically in the intersection between Piney Branch Road and University Boulevard. This is going to allow us to build the track section, the special track section in that intersection. Our schedule is to implement this MOT by June 13, and this traffic configuration is going to remain until August 18th. Basically, this MOT is going to have one lane each direction on Piney Branch, specifically affecting the area between Barron Street and University Boulevard. No left turns from eastbound Piney are going to be allowed, and 2 lanes in each direction are going to be maintained in University Boulevard. Also, in University Boulevard, the left turns through Piney are going to be eliminated for this period of time. Here you can see one of the detours we are proposing for this time frame. Basically, no left turns are allowed from Piney Branch northbound to University Boulevard. Basically, the detour proposed is continuing through Piney Branch Road and use New Hampshire Avenue as a detour to go back again to University Boulevard westbound. The next proposed detour is showing the alternatives to continue straight after the intersection between University Boulevard and Piney Branch, University Boulevard westbound. This is showing the alternatives we have to have access to every single location in the area. Okay, so now our project executive, Hugo Fontiroig, will give you a safety message.
Safety is our #1 priority, both for our crews that are building the Purple Line and for the public. As we shift into track installation, you will see more and more work in the roadways and crews implementing lane shifts and detours. This could also include pedestrian walkways. So please take your time and follow all the posted signage. And if you see something amiss, please call our hotline.
All right, now we'll turn it over to John Undelin. John, you're on mute.
Sorry about that, folks. Can we advance the slide, please? All right, well, as Purple Line Transit partners, we're thankful to be part of the community, and we're going to be here for the long haul after we start carrying passengers, as Ray said, at the end of 2027. We're here to be operating and maintaining the line in partnership with the state for 30 years. And to provide some wherewithal to the many groups across our corridor that are doing good works, we have created a program called Beyond the Rails. It's a community grant program And our next deadline, this is our second group of grants, is coming right up. It's a week from tomorrow, the 31st. We're providing $1,000 to $3,000 grants per year per group. We'll be awarding 6 grants with this next tranche of grants, 12 per year. The categories are really broad. It's just generally things that are supporting the community or improving the natural environment. And for more information, you just go on to the purplelinemd.com website, go into about the project and find our grant program. There's a 2-page, very simple application form rather. And if there's any questions, by all means, hit that email address and I will get back to you with information, or if you need guidance on how to fill it out. But we're encouraging as many folks to apply as possible. Folks, if you have a group that you're part of, here we awarded one of the grants previous in the Long Branch community. By all means, please do apply. If you know of a group that's doing good works in the community, please pass the word. We want to get as many applications as possible so our program can do the maximum good in the community. Thank you. And it's just as far as keeping updated with us. You've got getting the construction updates. We've broken the project into the different segments for Long Branch. Just go to purplelinemd.com. You can email us at outreach@purplelinemd.com. Media inquiries, go to media@purplelinemd.com. We've got bilingual phone lines here at the numbers listed here. And by all means, follow us on social media. You see the different platforms there. At the handle @purplelinemd. Thanks. Now I'll turn it back to Carla to MC the questions.
Appreciate that, John Nundlin. I'll take it from here. Thank you, everyone. Now it's your turn. I know there are a lot of questions. We did get some questions ahead of time. So we will start with those, Carla, going through a couple of those. We did a couple questions, and then we'll go to the chat. I saw some questions coming in and I see some hands going up. So let's start with you, Carla.
Okay, thanks, Ray. All right, first question. How will traffic lights and train passage be synchronized to reduce traffic buildup along Piney Branch? First part, the train will operate with traffic and obey the traffic laws, following the posted speed limit and stopping at red signals. Additionally, the light rail vehicle will operate with the benefit of transit signal priority for optimal efficiency and reliability. Next question. What will be done to make the sidewalks more pedestrian friendly? Planned sidewalks seem narrow. First part, all sidewalks being installed by the project are in accordance with State Highway Administration standards and meet or exceeds Americans for Disability Act. Along Piney Branch roads, the sidewalks are at least 5 feet wide. Additionally, pedestrians will enjoy an additional buffer from vehicular traffic with the curbside bike lanes. Next, how will the neighborhood sidewalk networks be improved? The project is replacing sidewalks on Piney Branch and areas along the alignment where they have been disrupted by construction. Local sidewalk networks outside of the alignment would fall to our partners at Montgomery County DOT, and they do have a program in place that is improving accessibility to Purple Line stations, and that program is called Bicycle and Pedestrian Priority Areas, or BIPA. For more information on this, you can visit the DOT website we will provide that in our posted Q&R that'll be posted to the website after this meeting. Next question is, what improvements are planned for signalized crossings and where will they be? All signals along the Purple Line alignment are being upgraded during the construction phase. Specific to Piney Branch Road, new signals have been installed at Arliss Street, at Barron Street, and Garland Avenue, as well as University Boulevard. Each signal will include crosswalks and the pedestrian countdown featuring audible signals. Next question. Will cars share the road where tracks are installed? If so, what happens if a car breaks down or is wrongly parked in the Purple Line's path? Tracks will be located in the middle of the roadway on Piney Branch Road and University Boulevard. There will be curbs that separate the track and the roadway. Cars will not drive across the track unless it is at a signalized intersection. And that's it for right now. If there were other pre-submitted questions, those will be answered in the Q&A that will be posted to the website. Back to you, Ray.
All right, so let's turn to the chat because I know those started coming in while we were going through the construction update. I think I have the very first one. I'll start, Carlin, and I'll pass it back to you. Where exactly will the Long Branch station be? Iago, if you want to come on and describe that.
Sure. Basically, we can say that the Long Branch station is going to be at the intersection between Piney Branch Road and Arliss Street.
Great. And Stephanie, thank you for making sure we get the translation in the chat. All right, the traffic configuration is very obstructive for use of the Long Branch Community Center, especially for the Long Branch Summer Swim Team. And the map is really small to see. So let's go back to that map. And Iago, if you can walk us through that a little bit more of the traffic configuration.
Sure. Can you go to the previous slide, please? Where we can see how the traffic is going to be in the area. That one, yeah. So basically there, we can see that we are going to keep access to the community center. The southbound lane is going to be providing full access to the community center.
Appreciate that. And Catherine, are you able to zoom in on it? And if Catherine is not, I'm gonna try to see if I can give some instructions on the teams. If you take your mouse, go to the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, you'll see it'll pop up and you'll see a minus and a plus sign. This is for all the participants. If you hit the plus sign, that'll allow you to zoom in on these slides to see it a little bit closer. Hopefully you're able to find it. If not, we'll make sure we get out larger maps to everyone. And the presentations will be posted on the website, and the videos available once we're done tonight. Great. Back to you, Carlix. I don't see where I left off at.
That's okay. I think the next question is, the pool staff and swim coaches are already finding it very difficult to reach the pool. The swim team practices and hold meets at the Long Branch pool from Memorial Day through part of August. How are community members supposed to reach the pool? Iago, I don't know if you want to focus on how the access is working here right now and in final condition.
Yeah, so basically for this summer, the access is to remain pretty much as it is right now. We're gonna keep using the existing access to the community center. In 2-3 months from now, our intention is to open the new access we have proposed for this intersection. But we believe that this is going to happen after this season. Anyways, as I mentioned before, we are going to provide full access to the recreation center for this summer.
Thank you, Iago. And I think we can provide some additional visuals with that in our Q&R too. So if that's helpful. Ray, I don't know if you want to continue on chat or if you want to take some of the hands up.
Yeah, let's jump to the hands. We do have 2 hands up. And apologies, I didn't see the order that went up, so I'm just going to go off what I see on my screen. If we can start with Karen.
Hi, thank you. Can you hear me?
We can.
I'm the person making the comments about the pool. My concern is not only the long-term access to the pool, which I think having access to the pool from just one direction is not going to work well. But I'm talking about the current access as well, because the swim coaches are already finding it very hard to reach the pool because of all the traffic related to the construction on Piney Branch. My daughter's a swim coach, and it took her 40 minutes. She tried to, a few days ago, she tried to reach the pool coming from the east and coming from the west. And she was sitting in traffic for 40 minutes and never got to the pool because of all of the traffic. So I want to know what the Purple Line construction managers are going to do to prevent these kinds of problems during the summer, when a lot of children are going to be trying to get to the pool for their daily practices and for swim meets with teams from other parts of the county. Thank you.
Thank you for your question, Karen. Santiago, I know you've went over how the traffic layout is going to be, but if you can go into describing how we have the pedestrian access and the traffic access to a little bit more.
Yeah, sure. First of all, we understand that the last couple of weeks were not easy there. So thank you very much for your patience. Thank you very much for all your help. We have been trying to work there extra hours, and we have been assigning their extra crews to make sure that we are completing most of the new and permanent sidewalk before this Memorial Weekend. It's not 100% completed, but it's close to, and our intention is to have all the permanent sidewalk completed there by next week. This is gonna help. This is gonna help a lot, because we're not gonna need any daily lane closure. That is what is probably generating most of the issues out there. We have concrete tracks in the area. We have different crews trying to pour all this sidewalk on time to make sure that we are minimizing the impact on the pool season. Okay.
All right. We'll go to the next person I see with their hand up. Liz.
Yeah, thanks. I had joined the meeting hoping to learn when Seek Lane was going to be open, and now I'm learning I am not going to be able to get to or from my house the entire summer. I don't even know if I have a question. I just need to hear you, you to hear me tell you this. It takes me 20 minutes to get to the Giant, which is 5 blocks away. It is just virtually impossible currently to navigate my neighborhood. I live at Seek Lane and Hood Street. So I live right within the intersection of Piney Branch and University Boulevard. To have as much construction as we've had already on Piney Branch and University, it was a terrible intersection to begin with. To have as much construction as we've had, it does not feel like the lane closures are intentional, to be honest. I feel like there's lane closures out here when there's nobody working. And it is profoundly frustrating. And I just don't, part of me thinks that this would not happen in another neighborhood on this line, that it is our neighborhood that's bearing the brunt here. But this is crazy. How on earth I'm glad they reopened Barron Street on the same day they closed Seek Lane, because if they had closed both of them, my entire neighborhood would have been shut off. We already get bailout traffic because that intersection is so bad, and I just don't even know what to do now. I don't know why you're not required to send notices in the mail. When WSSC shuts off water, they're required to send notices. When Other parts of the government closed down streets. When they did our sidewalk, they sent notices in the mail. We don't get notices. If you're not, my neighbors who are not on this meeting right now don't know that we're not going to be able to get to or from where we live the entire summer. I just don't even know what the solution is at this point, other than if there is some intention, and maybe there is, but it is not obvious that there is intentionality around where the construction is at any given moment, because it just feels like we are stuck. I am just being locked in. The traffic out there is terrible. It is 20 minutes to get down Piney Branch Road. It is 20 minutes to get down University Boulevard. If you have to do both, I mean, it is just crazy out here. So really anything you can do, this traffic alleviation, I mean, I would love to be able to get to the pool. I will take the pedestrian risk because it is faster to walk than it is to drive. Like anything you can do here, any lessons learned, it is terrible. And also would like to know specifically when Seek Lane is going to be reopened.
Yes, no, I appreciate it. And I definitely understand your frustration. While I do not live directly in the area, I am going out there physically myself to make sure that I understand the impacts that are going on in the neighborhood. And I've been working closely with the team. It is construction, and we're doing all that we can to make sure that those notices are going out. We have worked with the outreach team, and you should be getting some both physical and the electronic notices far in advance going forward. So we do want to make sure that we're getting that information out to you. But I do want Iago to describe how you will be able to access your house. I don't want you to think that because access for the residents will still be allowed. If you can describe that, Iago, for us.
Yeah. So first of all, I would like to answer your question about the Seek Lane. As you probably see there, we are actively working, not only reconstructing the intersection, but also setting the infrastructure for the new traffic signal. We have good news about that. Our schedule is to have this new traffic signal fully activated by the first week of June. This is going to add a new crosswalk in that area that I believe is going to facilitate the access, the pedestrian access to the community. Talking about Piney Branch, and first of all, trying to address your concern about having 2 or 3 different intersections close at the same time. We are not gonna do this ever. We are coordinating every single traffic switch, okay, every single detour, and by the time we are closing the next intersection, we are gonna make sure that Seek Lane or the previous one is fully open. Coming back again to Piney Branch, as I mentioned before, during the last weeks, we have been working really hard in that area. This means that the progress is great, but at the same time, the impact was also big. So I would apologize for that. We hear you, and we really believe that in the coming weeks you are gonna feel the difference, and you are gonna see that both sidewalks are fully open, and this is gonna alleviate the traffic in the area.
Thank you for going through those details. I do see Joel. I see you have your hands up. If you can unmute yourself.
There you go. I had some questions about the lanes. I know some of the buses be using those lanes. There's the Metro, the Ride-On, and the University of Maryland shuttle. University Boulevard has the C2, the C4, the Ride-On 15, and the University of Maryland bus 111 goes down University Boulevard to University of Maryland. And I just want to know if they're gonna also keep the bus service and the bus routes and the bus stops. Or they're gonna be there when them back when they finish? Because I don't think Flower Avenue is gonna be affected. Maybe they will. I know the University Boulevard, Piney Branch Road. I just want to know if they're gonna keep the bus. I know some of the roads have bus lanes, like Coesville Road, and I think Wayne Avenue had the bus lanes too. I don't know if they're gonna put any bus lanes on that street. Or if the Purple Line, maybe they can have the same system with the Baltimore region. So, and also I did touch about the fare and the smart trip card. Maybe it'd be like the Flash, because they have before you board, you have to pay before you board, so you can swipe your card before you come on the train, on the bus. So it might be the same for the Purple Line and for the light rail. That was my comment and question, and you all have a good evening.
Thank you, Joel, and thank you for attending all of our CAT meetings. I do want to highlight that and being a continued supporter of the Purple Line. As I mentioned on Tuesday to you, I am already working with the team to have that detailed information to you during the CAT meetings, the next set of CAT meetings, to describe how the Purple Line runs along with the bus routes that are all along the Purple Line and how the fares are going to work. Because that's critical to understanding how that interacts, how you can save time using the Purple Line and getting on those buses. So I definitely have appreciated all your questions on that. And as I committed to you, we will have that detailed information to you at the latest by the next set of CAT meetings of more detailed information. So thank you for those questions.
And then Ray, if you don't mind, I'll touch a little bit on the outreach and just to circle back to what Liz was saying. Liz, I don't know if you are signed up for our electronic notifications. Thanks, Catherine, for getting that back there. You can sign up at purplelinemd.com. So that means that you'll get all major lane closures, traffic switches. If there are any temporary closures, you'll get all of those notifications that way. And when we do those major traffic switches and anything that's going to have major impacts, we try to put outdoor hangers in that area for at least like a 1 mile radius close to the project. We can print those out, we can drop them off. We coordinate with a lot of the property managers around there to get those to all of the apartments and condo buildings as well in English and Spanish. So if you guys have input to any more that we can drop off, happy to take that and, get those out far and wide. So thanks for that input.
I think that's all of the hands I see, but we do have some more questions in the chat.
Yes. Okay, so the next question that I see from Scott Schneider is, how will the number 14 ride-on bus route change? It normally turns left onto University from Piney Branch. We're actually coordinating hardcore with ride-on in Montgomery County right now. I don't think I can answer that today, But we're in ongoing discussions about that. That is very much on our radar. So as soon as we have a solid answer on that, we will get back to you. But we are working very closely with our partners to address that. Next question. Restricting the number of usable lanes and the ability to make left turns into the community center is going to make it near impossible for our community swim team to reach its pool. Understood. Unfortunately, we do have a lot of construction going on in this area, so we will continue to stay in very close touch with you on that. And please, as you can see in front of you, we have a hotline. If you want to call that in real time, you can email us at outreach@PurpleLineMD. We'll work with you as closely as possible. We understand the frustration. Next, I am still very confused where the actual tracks will be. Are they above ground, below ground, in the middle of Piney Branch and University and surrounding roads? Iago, feel free to back me up here, but on Piney Branch, those tracks are going to be at grade, so they're within the roadway. So the trains are separated from cars, but they're going to be at the same grade within the roadway.
That's correct, Carla.
Let's go back to that slide that gives the picture of the 3 different types of track we have that'll help to give that visual. But go ahead, Iago.
Catherine, can you change? Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, Carla is right. In Piney Branch and University Boulevard, as you can see in this picture here, the track is going to be above ground. Basically, in both Piney Branch and University Boulevard, we are going to have the track in the median. This means that we're going to have the traffic lanes in one side, including one bike lane, the 2 tracks in the middle, and same in the other bound. So the answer is everything is going to be above ground in this area, and the track is going to be always in the middle, in the median in this area.
Okay. We'll go to the next question.
Okay, so the next question is, why are left turns being permanently disallowed on westbound Piney Branch between University and Arliss? There's a traffic light now. Appreciate it. Thank you. So why not have a green arrow so as not to disrupt the trains?
Well, as part of the designs and all of that, that is to ensure safety along the alignment. And that's part of the design of the Purple Line for how things will operate to ensure safety and efficiency along the alignment, along the roadway. And Iago, I don't know if you had anything to add to that.
No, you are totally right. This is 100% part of the design, mostly linked to safety.
Okay, our next question is, the Flower Branch Apartments have been dealing with limited parking for a while now. With the Purple Line construction, has made it near impossible to find parking after 4 p.m. My question is, will the Purple Line do anything in the design phase to improve the inconveniences? Noted, we do have a lot of impacts there, and we are coordinating very closely with the Flower Branch Apartment property managers. We understand that there was always limited parking, and now we're impacting it even more. Good news is we are improving the systems along that with stormwater management, sidewalks. We are working in one of those parking lots, so we should be out of there. Iago, what's our date to be out of that parking lot that's adjacent to Piney Branch?
Yeah, weather dependent, but our plan is to pave that area within next week and have one additional week to clean everything and be able to reopen the area and to restore all the parking spots for the flower apartments. So hopefully no later than mid-June, everything is gonna be as permanent in the flower apartments.
Yeah, and then just to add to that, we do have a few smaller impacts on a parking lot that's adjacent to our list that will come after that. But then we will restore that and return all of the parking to Flower Branch Apartments. So that we do understand and we are very sorry for that inconvenience. And if you have more questions or want to talk to me about that, please feel free to call the hotline and I can spend some time with you. Okay, next question is, did not understand the answer to where the Long Branch station will be.
I can take that one, Carla.
Okay, take it.
I'll start and then Iago, you might be able to go into some details. So what we're going to do, we're going to put a link into the chat that'll take you to the web page that'll give you renderings of the station. On that web page, you'll see a rendering of Long Branch Station that really gives you that visual to describe it. But if we do go back to the slide that has the engineering drawings on it, we'll be able to describe the location a little bit on it. And oh yes, here. And we'll be able to describe here. And but in the link, the rendering will definitely depict of how the final conditions will be. But over to you, Iago.
I see that Lauren is sharing the link. So basically, as you can see there, the station is going to be next to the area where we are placing the stone. You can see the gray area with the stone. Oh, a little bit. Yeah, that area. So that there is where we're going to have the Long Branch station.
Thanks. And if that doesn't fully answer your question, like just shoot us a note. And once you see the chat link, if you want us to work with you a little bit on that, happy to do so. We can set some time aside. All right. Next question is there a plan to reduce the impact of traffic buildup on University heading east towards Piney Branch during construction and additional closures? It's nearly impossible to turn from Glenville to University in the evenings now. Perhaps a painted "Don't block the box" like what's at Langley and University.
Let us take that into consideration. Any changes that we have to do with maintenance of traffic, we have to go through the process and all of that, but we'll take that and into consideration. Thank you for that recommendation.
Okay, next question. I'm really concerned about the pedestrian safety during the construction. On Saturday, Cheer co-hosted a community-led walk with PLCC and numerous transit employees and elected officials. The crossing at Piney Branch and University Boulevard was treacherous, as we had not anticipated the change in pedestrian barriers, and there were no signs directing pedestrians to how, where to cross.
Iago, if you want to describe how we're addressing those.
Yeah. So as of now, we have 2 active crossings in the intersection between Piney Branch and University Boulevard. Basically, is the one in the east side of the intersection in University Boulevard and the one north of Piney Branch. The other 2 are closed right now and are properly protected with concrete barrier in the outside and water fill barrier or strong wall in the inside. In addition to that, we have been hearing all these concerns, all these comments, and we have been adding extra signs, showing the pedestrians or properly properly showing the pedestrians all the detours we have in the area to make sure that everything is fully accessible.
Okay, and thank you. And sorry, I didn't finish reading that full question, but I think Iago addressed that fully. And again, we've gotten all of the feedback from that meeting, and I know we're going to be sending formal answers to all of the questions that came up there, and we'll continue to have an open dialogue around this. Next question. There are many buses that use Piney Branch in the MOT area. When Piney Branch is reduced to one lane in each direction, when the buses stop at the 3 or 4 stops, here all traffic stops. Is there any plan to improve the traffic movements to get around the stopped buses?
I think this is linked to the answer you provide before, Carla. We are working with our partners on analyzing the impact for the buses. As of now, we believe that there is no impact on the Guamata lines. We are analyzing together with right on the potential impacts, and we are working together and actively working on minimizing every single potential impact we will have there. But the main message is all the lines are gonna remain active.
Okay, next up, Annie. Hi, Annie. As an FYI, the Rec Center is a senior center hosting 80 to 100 seniors each day. An after-school program site. It has sports leagues, classes, summer camps, all summer long. Is Purple Line and MTA coordinating with the county? The answer is yes. And we have had on-site meetings with the Rec Center and their leadership. Happy to coordinate further. As we do these traffic shifts, we can certainly print more copies off of those notifications and leave them there, or do an aside meeting. Maybe we come out and do a meeting there. Like, I think we're open to ideas, Annie. I know there's a lot of impacts there, and so let's chat. Happy to hear ideas of how we can coordinate further. Let me scroll down here. Crosswalk is very welcome. That is great. Next question. Also, the backup on eastbound Piney Branch seems to be partly caused by the change in light timing at University. When eastbound is one lane, you cannot have the green arrow and green light on different timings, or left turners will need to stop in order to go left, holding up all traffic behind them. This recent change makes no sense.
Let us take that back. We are in discussions with SHA and to go through all the maintenance of traffic, and we'll take a look at that and see what's going on there. Thanks for bringing that to our attention. All right, Carla, if you're talking, you went on mute.
No, sorry, I was just catching up and going through these things. Forgive me for the delay.
Oh, good.
Some of these have been answered.
I'm trying to catch up with it too.
Yeah, sorry, some of these are being answered, so just let me scroll through these. Okay, I think I found the next one. All of those traffic changes need to be distributed through other Montgomery County communications, the council members, the county executive newsletters, regional center newsletters. Thanks, Barbara. I know that we do share some of those, and I know Montgomery County does a really good job of getting those out through their outlets. We'll definitely, Chrissy, I think you, Maricela, and I can talk about that, but definitely we'll take advantage of all of those and work with our county partner to do that. Thank you, Barbara. Greg Sanders. Might be worth mentioning the tunnel from East Wayne Avenue shortly after Manchester to Arliss is as the exception to the at-grade placement of the track in this CAT area. Very good point, Greg. Is there going to be another station on Piney and University? Sorry, I think we answered that. I'm just catching up.
Yeah, the answer is yes. Basically, 50 feet east of the intersection is going to be in University Boulevard and is going to be in the median.
Thanks,
you can
Iago.
find also that in the link that Lauren shared before.
Okay, next question from Patrick Flattery. Are you aware of any plans to create a paved, lighted pedestrian path from the Long Branch Arliss station through Parkland to Wayne Avenue? That would make it much easier for pedestrians in Long Branch neighborhood to reach the station. I mean, I know that's not part of our current project scope, so I'm not, Ray, I don't know if you have anything to add to that.
I don't know right away, but what we can do is take that and, as you know, we talk with all the counties and everything, so we can try to get an answer through them for you. But we'll have to follow up on that.
Okay, next one, Annie. Are the bike lanes on Piney Branch that are overseen by the state unprotected? Is there a rendering? The county solicited feedback on their section of Piney Branch, but there is the risk that your section, Flower to Greenwood, would not be the same as what they opt to do. That seems silly. Can the county and the state work together on a comprehensive plan? And then Annie has provided that link in this question. Oh, correction, Flower to University. Thanks, Annie. The official detours are certainly a bit fanciful, and most people will doubtless take shorter routes along non-state roads. Residents in the Rolling Terrace neighborhood are particularly concerned about potential cut-through traffic via Barron Street when there is no left turn from University to westbound Piney Branch. Why isn't the detour going up Carroll Avenue to make a left onto Piney Branch? Can local traffic only signs be posted at neighborhood entrances? And what can be done to keep eastbound Piney Branch traffic from blocking the box at Barron Street as it frequently happens in the evening?
Can you repeat it? Sorry.
Yeah, give me one sec. The official detours are certainly a bit fanciful, and most people will doubtless take shorter routes along non-state roads. Residents in the Rolling Terrace neighborhood are particularly concerned about potential cut-through traffic via Barron Street when there is no left turn from University to westbound Piney Branch. Why isn't the detour going up Carroll Avenue to make a left turn onto Piney Branch? Can local traffic only signs be posted at neighborhood entrances? And what can be done to keep eastbound Piney Branch traffic from blocking the box at Barron Street as that frequently happens in the evening?
Got it. So Iago, I'm going to solicit you to help me answer this question, but basically, and you can help me if I got it correct in summarizing, you want us to help in how are we going to mitigate the cut-throughs through the local roads? So if you can talk about that, Iago.
Yeah. Basically, this is exactly what we are looking together, not only with the county and SHA, but also with the buses. Okay, we are looking at the option of mitigating some of these issues, okay, at least for local traffic and for buses. So we are working on this, and hopefully we are gonna have a final decision within next week. but we are on this. Okay.
Okay, and then I see Mike Crow, you just are backing up the don't block the box signage. And I think Ray, you're gonna look into that and maybe we'll see
Yes.
what we can, yeah, okay.
It's
So
not just sharing with SHA, it's coordinating with them. So, and which I'll be talking with them tomorrow. So,
okay, awesome. Another question, we are also getting a lot of traffic on Flower Avenue to avoid Piney Branch. People are not going to divert all the way to Carroll Avenue in Colesville.
Yes, we understand that people are taking alternatives. There is no specific detour through Flower Avenue. Okay. But as I mentioned before, we believe that after having all these new sidewalks completed, everything is going to be looking better there. And I think the traffic is going to be much better in the area. And people is going to keep using Piney Branch instead of other alternatives.
One other, and Liz, I know you've got a question. How will that decision be communicated? Can you specify which decision you're asking for clarification on?
Yeah,
I
in
think
response to Spencer's question about what to do about people diverting on Barron Street, you said that there was discussion and there would be a decision about how to mitigate the traffic around the changes to the turns on at University and Piney Branch. And I was just curious. I do not think I've received I definitely did not receive written notice of the Seek Lane closure, like a door hanger or in the mail or anything like that. I have tried to sign up for the emails. It's possible there's updates in the emails I've missed, but I have not been getting mail notices. But so whatever the decision making, I live in Rolling Terrace as well. So whatever the decision making about that, how are we going to know what the decision is for how those detours are going to work? The other thing I will flag on that is if you look at the detour for Gilbert Street with the Seek Lane closure, the Gilbert Street detour is very poorly marked, which works out well for me because it's easier for me to use. But it does mean that you just sort of drive in among the pylons in the hopes that you're going to end up not in a ditch, but in the road. So I think there's a cautionary tale about the detours with the Gilbert Street detour for Seek Lane.
Ray, I don't know if you want to address further or.
I think we're going to have to follow up on that one. I'm just trying to think through everything. I hear what you're saying, Liz. Let me take that one and see if we can get a better answer for you tomorrow.
Yeah,
Ray,
I'll just add, I don't think there's been written notice about this summer closure. If there has, I just encourage you to send another one, postcards or whatever in the mail to people's homes would be really helpful.
Got it. Okay, I see what you're saying.
There will be door hangers coming for that, so that will be coming in the near future. Ray, I do notice people have their hands up too, so I don't know if you want to transition for a moment.
Let's transition to Lisa. You can unmute yourself. I think we lost her.
Yeah, thank you. I think you already addressed my question. I guess it was regarding that I had the rather long commentary about how treacherous it is to walk around, to be a pedestrian currently, and with the routings changing so frequently, I think it's extra important to have really clear and abundant signage. And I just wanted to hear that there is actually a plan to have any signage at all, because currently there just isn't any signage to help people anticipate that, for example, if you're walking eastbound on Piney Branch up to University Boulevard, that you know ahead of time that you won't be able to cross the road. And so maybe you need to cross at Barron and then go up to the intersection. And, you know, there's no signage. And so if that's not something that's been a priority, I'm urging it to be a priority. So thank you for the opportunity just to emphasize that point. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. And we've had multiple discussions this week, as Iago was saying, and those improvements in the signage are actively happening.
Thank you.
Okay, and Mike Crow, we see you. We're excited about the Purple Line too, and we will try our best to make the process as smooth as possible. We appreciate everybody's feedback, and thank you for your patience. We do understand the frustration. I don't see any more hands up right now.
I do. Joel has his hand up.
Oh, yes, go for it.
Yes, I had another question about the parking permits, because I know Metro had parking permits for the College Park area when the Metro opened, and they have some park permit and visitor parking permits. There won't be enough parking. And some people might be parked and then go over to that, use the train. Maybe they can solve that problem by having parking permits for the residents and the visitors.
Hi, Joel. With the Purple Line design, you know, it's designed for people to walk and ride their bikes to. There will be no parking associated with the Purple Line station, so that will not be an option.
I'm talking about in the neighborhoods.
I mean, the Purple Line project does not, you know, control the processes of neighborhood parking permits. I think we can definitely take that question and work with Montgomery County to come back with an answer for you. So let us take that one and get back to you, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Joel. Another statement. Sorry, one more, Ray. Another statement. I'm thrilled that bikes and walking are the focus for the Purple Line. Love the bike emoji.
And we do have Montgomery County on here. I know Christy is on here. So we just wanted to highlight that part. So thank you, Montgomery County, for participating.
Yes, and I will be. Montgomery County does have a residential parking permit program, and it is on our website in the Department of Transportation. But I'll also be mindful of some of the concerns with the neighborhoods as well, because there's already some residential parking permit issued in this particular community. So everyone, you can apply for that. So I'll coordinate and get the information needed back through the Purple Line so that it can be with this Q&A. So thanks, Ray.
Thank you, Chrissy. Back to you, Carla.
Yeah, there's just a lot of statements backing up Joel's question. Great question, Joel. A lot of people have that same concern. So I think we're going to provide that in the Q&A just so there's a direct link so everybody knows how to get to that. So that information will be coming. And Lauren just put it right in the text. So those that want to look at it now, it's right there.
And Carla, if we can just take a moment, can you describe how do I actually find a Q&A and how do I get the information after we're done with all the CAB meetings?
Catherine, will you put it back on my contact slide? All right. So once this meeting's over, you got to give us like 24 or 48 hours to post these things. So you will go to purplelinemd.com. And then you're going to look for your tabs, and there will be one for community engagement. And when you click that tab, there will be an option that says community advisory teams. And when you click that tab, you'll scroll down and you'll look for any CAP meeting area that you want. specifically for this one, you would click Long Branch, and then you will see the posted recording of tonight's video, the actual presentations. And then once we have time to process all of the Q&Rs and post them, that part takes a little longer. Those will be available there. And Lauren has just posted that link in the chat. So you can copy that or go to it right now. And if you have questions, you can also reach out to us at outreach@purplelinemd.com, and we can direct you through that process again. If you are a member of the media, we have a specific email for you there, media@purplelinemd.com. If you need more information, you're looking for interviews, that's the best way to get the team. We do all of this in English and Spanish. You can see our hotline numbers here, both in English and Spanish. You can also stay up to date through social media at Purple Line MD on all of these avenues.
Appreciate that, Carla. And I see the statement from Patrick in the chat. That's a good thing to point out on the Purple Line. We do intersect with WMATA at 4 different locations across the alignment. And that's one of the biggest advantages of us of being able to connect the communities in various different ways in a way that the region hasn't seen. So appreciate for highlighting that piece. You're on mute, Carla.
My bad. Does anybody have any more questions that they want to put their hand up for or put in chat? Okay. Well, again, guys, thank you so much for your time. We know how much we impact you on a day-to-day basis, so please reach out to us. We're happy to come out. We appreciate all the feedback. We know it's not easy. We're doing the best we can to build this as quickly as possible. This is the most work we've ever had going, so that is exciting. We appreciate you. So have a great night, have a great holiday weekend, and please let us know if you have any other questions or need any help at all with anything. Thank you.